What's up everyone? If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to smash that red subscribe button so that you're notified each time I post a new video. So basically, I'm excited today because I'm starting a new series which is called Uni Life Talk Shows, where I'll be having guests on my show. As you can see, we have upgraded the channel name to Untitled TV because you are about to be entertained. So this series is intended to help you to get like an insight on what uni life looks like and basically what you can look forward to, what you can expect. I hope that you guys find it very useful and helpful. It's hopefully going to be 10 episodes and hopefully you get something that is going to inspire you, help you and improve your life. With that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, let's do it. Hi guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, so today we have a special guest. I will make her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Veronica.
Yeah, okay. So I want to say something before we start. Like, Veronica is like a dream come true because literally when I was thinking of starting my series, I was like, okay, the first person that I'll ask, if she says no, that means maybe it's not your time and everything. And you were the first person I asked.
Really?
And you're just like, cool, you're so happy about it. And I was like, wow. So genuinely, thank you so much for being here.
I'm glad I can help you.
It's in a file because this is like serious business.
I love it. We're serious people here.
Yeah, for real. We're not here to play games. Okay, the first question. I know you've introduced yourself, but can you tell us like what course you're doing, what year you're in, and where you are initially from? Because I know you're not like from the UK. Yeah.
So my name is Veronica. In terms of Swansea, I am in a chemical engineering bachelor's degree year 2.
Yeah.
My entire program is actually a partnership program with a school in Canada. And it's technically my 3rd year in terms of that program. And I'm from Canada.
Wow, that's nice. So for like, how is engineering going for now, like your course?
I think it's going okay. One of the exams, not so great. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, knocking on wood.
For real. Okay, so I want to understand more about this like program that you have.
Yeah.
So you spend how long this side and how long like in Canada?
Sure. So I started off with 2 years in Canada doing a chemistry degree.
Okay.
I technically have finished that degree, but I don't get the diploma until I finish the degree here at Swansea.
Oh.
And so I have this year and next year at Swansea, and then I'm done.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, the last person was talking about how they initially wanted to go to Canada.
Oh, awesome.
But instead they landed in the UK. So from your experience, what's your opinion on like the UK? Has it been like compared to Canada? Would you say you still prefer it back home or you kind of like it?
It's weird because you guys have different, like your semesters are different, not just in terms of time, but in how the marking works. In Canada, we have a lot of coursework, like 70%, usually 50 to 70% of our coursework, our mark is coursework, and then the other remaining is exams. So to come over here to write...
Wow, that's so different.
Yeah, to come over here to write a 70% or even 100% exam was like, holy cow.
I can imagine. Okay, in terms of lifestyle, would you say you have enjoyed like being in the UK, or like you just think Canada's better? Like,
I like the UK. It's very open and like everyone's really friendly. I miss Canada because I have a car in Canada.
Oh yeah, I know the feeling. Gosh, buses.
Yeah.
That's terrible. The next question is like, what's a quote that you live by? Yeah. And why?
A quote that I live by is probably, we're here for a good time, not a long time.
Okay.
Just like because you gotta get through the day. Try to make it as good as you can make it.
Yeah.
You don't get to redo any days.
Yeah,
so.
true.
But other than that, it's just keep going.
Just keep going. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay. You know how people like are worried about making the first step of like making friends in university. So I just wanted to know from your perspective, like, how did you initially get to meet your first friends? Was that easy? And how would you like encourage someone else who is looking forward to coming to university, like about the friendship process? Yeah.
It kind of depends on the person if it's easy or not.
Yeah.
The few close friends that I still have that I met in my first year back in Canada, where we met in a course that we had the same, sometimes we're not in the same program, we just had the same course. You sit down next to them, you talk to them. Now you're like, oh, maybe we should exchange answers for this or that, and there you go. Like, we met at the bus stop and we just started talking.
I know. Yeah, true, honestly. Okay, what would you say to someone who is scared to like talk to people, who's shy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how would they make friends? Like, how would you encourage them?
I guess a good question is always asking for help or asking for answers in a course. I find every student is like, yeah, sure.
Trying to make a living.
I have, or they'll either say, I don't know how to do that, or I'm also struggling. So then you can be like, oh yeah.
Okay, let's help each other. Yeah, true. Okay, that's really nice. Okay, this one is also related to the previous one. You know this phrase that says like your first university friends are your worst friends?
Yeah.
So would you say like they're like, you initially had like your first friends weren't like necessarily the friends that you still have now? Like, they were like, it might be mistakes, so like just seasonal.
I would say I definitely have a few. It depends. Like, one of my first friends we're still really good friends to this day. We lived together for a year.
Oh, that's nice.
Some other people that I met on the first day, like I met them actually before this friend, I still talk to them because we're in like a group chat, but like I wouldn't hang out with them. I wouldn't go out of my way to hang out with them, you know? So it's like, we just have Snapchat streaks, you know? It's one of those like, I don't want to break it because then they're going to hate me kind of thing.
Okay, yeah, so I understand completely. It's just like, okay, we're not really close, but we can't just let go.
We have our streak for X amount of days, like, it's more than 3 or 4.
True, that makes sense, honestly. What else can I ask you? You are lucky because I'm actually playing this nice one earlier on. What would you say is like your favorite part of being a university student?
Kind of, I guess that I'm young, like being young, like you get, because I'm in university, most people treat, like older people treat you with that respect of, oh, you're doing your studies, but like I'm still young, so I can still like make mistakes and do stuff. Okay.
What about like in terms of cooking? Did you usually like cook back home? And if not, how has this like affected you now that you're like in uni?
I never really cooked a lot like with my family. My dad's like, he has to have control over the kitchen, that's just him. So he did a lot of cooking, but I've been fine to cook by myself. Like, I just have like 4 or 5 meals that I go through. I cycle through. I like to meal prep just like for a couple of days. I make a bunch at one meal and then it's leftovers for 3 days.
I think I should try that because honestly.
Because there's going to be a day where you don't want to cook and you're like, oh, well, I just microwave. That's not cooking.
I know, true. Or you just like buy something. McDonald's is like everyone's worst enemy. Okay, you mentioned your dad as well. Like, how do you deal with missing home now that you're like away from them?
It's hard, especially with the time difference. It's about 5 hours. We're 5 hours ahead, so it's like 7 a.m. back home. It's noon here. But yeah, I just try to FaceTime my family when I can. I text regularly. Looking for like having a plan to when I can go home really helps. Like, I'm not gonna go home until after exams, so I know I just have to be by myself until June. And then I can go home and see everybody. So.
Yeah, I know. Okay, what would you say is like the most embarrassing experience that you've had in university?
There's like just a lot of like saying the wrong things at the wrong time. But I guess like, I don't know, I've been at a party and like things have been spilt on me and then I'm like wet all night. That's kind of embarrassing. I can imagine. Nothing like crazy. Like I know friends who've like played. Did you play beer pong here?
I've never.
Oh, well, beer pong is a game where you're pretty much throwing a ping pong ball into like solo cups and like you're trying to win, if someone doesn't get anything in there, they have to run a naked mile. And some people actually enforce that, and so I've seen several people have to do that.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I'd actually participate. I'd run away.
You just need to get one. If you get one and like you don't score any more, you don't have to run the naked mile. But if you don't get any, it depends on the people you're playing with, really. I would never enforce a naked mile.
Yeah, that sounds scary.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Would you say, like, you think university has made you like a better person?
It's definitely made me a more responsible person and definitely better at time management. I've definitely had to like plan out more stuff and like I can't just wing everything. So it's definitely helped that. So I guess yes, in a sense, a better person.
Okay, yeah, that does make sense. What about like in terms of your degree? Would you say at this point you are confident in like what career you want to venture into? And also, would you recommend like university to someone who's like out there and is like, I don't even know?
I don't know what I want to do with my degree yet, so I do recommend university, even if you don't want it, you don't know, because you can, at least in Canada, you have the ability to change your programs really easily.
Okay.
So if you don't know, you can just go into a program and you're like, actually, I want to switch, and so you can just go and you can switch and start taking other courses. I don't know how easy it is here.
Yeah.
But you can always change your mind.
Okay.
It's pretty much.
So why would you like think it's like better to be in university for someone who's like confused and is just thinking, I don't know what I want to do? Would you say, obviously, like I'm guessing you would think it's like better to just be in uni, but like why would you prefer them to go to uni than to just sit outside?
I think unless you're doing like you're like, oh, I want to do like a trade that like is very hands-on.
Yeah.
I would say go to uni because you're gonna open more doors.
Yeah.
Because if you stay at home and you need something that has, even if it's like a 1-year degree, you could have been like going towards that even a little bit.
Yeah.
So like it's better to open more doors than just start closing them off.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. In terms of like accommodation, would you say you prefer like living on student accommodation or like outside campus, and why?
I prefer living outside campus. I've done in campus in Canada and now I live outside of campus, and it's purely because of accessibility. Campuses are normally like really far from town centers and like grocery stores and stuff, and when you don't have a car, that's like a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
But I live like a 10-minute at most if I'm going slow walk to a grocery store in town, and that's perfect. If I want to go get something quick, I can just run out instead of having or order it in. It's way easier to order to my building.
Yeah,
I have other friends on campus and they like say it's a pain, so they don't even do it.
yeah, true. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let's see. How do you deal with procrastination?
Very poorly. I am a very big procrastinator.
Trust me.
A good trick is to write the due date like 2 or 3 days before it's actually due on like your planner or your calendar.
Yeah.
So that the day that you think it's due, because that's what your planner says, you actually have 2 more days
to do it. Oh yeah, that's actually clever.
Yeah.
Honestly, we just died
Yeah.
because of lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you just give me like 5 activities that you mostly do in university that like give you joy that you would recommend someone to like try out?
Always tour your campus. Walking on campus is fun. Like just going for, and even like regardless of the campuses I've been on, just going for walks is nice. You get like fresh air is good. Try to go to like one like school event is always fun, like whether it's a homecoming or just a regular game, because that atmosphere is so different.
Yeah, true.
Hang out with friends, I guess, is one.
Yeah, true.
Go to one party is just probably
just
another one. Yeah, just go, because you'll find friends that you wouldn't have met otherwise.
Okay, where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
That's a good question. Probably back in Canada.
Yeah.
Doing some type of job, not sure exactly what.
Sure, yeah.
Probably living with my boyfriend, potentially engaged.
Yeah.
Where I'm at that point in the relationship, I can say that.
That's nice. Okay, I want to understand more about, like, you said you think the UK is fun, but you're still obviously going back home. Is it because you think, like, in terms of leaving, Canada's better, or is it just because you've got family that side?
It's purely just family. Yeah, you guys have better healthcare for sure. Even though Canada has good healthcare, you guys have better healthcare. I feel like I would actually have more job opportunities here because when I graduate Swansea, I'm fully certified as an engineer. But when I go back to Canada, I have to start jumping through hoops. Wow. So it's purely because I have family and my boyfriend is a pretty set in job. So like it would be because of
good. Okay, yeah, that's sweet. Yeah. Okay, what about like your course? Like, why did you choose it? Because I know you said you're not yet sure what exactly you want. So like, why did you choose engineering? Like,
yeah. When I made the choice, I was pretty confident. I had an idea of what I wanted, and I was like, I'm gonna stick with this. And it was being a chemical engineer. And the back home university offered these 2 degrees, 4 years. That's like unheard of.
How long is it normally?
1 degree is usually 4 years, so it would be like 8. If I wanted to do this separately, it would be 7 to 8 years. And I'm getting it in 4, so like
that's
it was that was the appeal. I was like 2 and 4 is really nice.
Just finish 2. That's really nice. Wow. Okay. What's a piece of advice that you would give to your teenage self, like you're then and now? Like, if I knew then, I would do differently now.
Keep your notes from your grade 12 chemistry, and that was a big one. Probably. Try not to care as much of what people think of you. Like, try to just like not be bothered by it. Yeah. I still struggle with that, but it's getting better now. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I want to dress like this. I want to dress like this.
I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's probably the best one.
Okay, that's good. What's the funniest story that you had from like your grandparents?
The funniest story I have from my grandparents. The first time I met my grandfather on my dad's side, apparently I didn't like him, so I started crying and running away. And my dad was just like, my dad's like, I don't know why you had never met him before, but you were getting bad vibes. Like, and then my dad would come over and pick me up, crying and stuff. He would like motion to give me to my grandfather, tears. So like, I think that's.
Whoa. I can imagine how you felt. Like, what's going on?
Well, I was like 1, so it's kind of like you can't blame him too much, but at the same time, you can.
Okay, the last one. How does it make you feel to feature on my channel?
I'm very happy and excited. I watch a lot of stuff kind of like this on YouTube, so it's cool that I'm a part of it.
Yeah, that's really nice.
When you reached out to me, I was like, that sounds really fun. Yeah, a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I'm like, you know what, I'll do it. Like, we'll do it. Okay, I've got like a token of appreciation for you. So, can you just close your eyes? Okay. You can open them. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is just to say thank you for featuring on the channel, and keep on supporting. Okay, you need to follow, like, and subscribe. Yeah, more energy. Okay. You guys need to follow, like, and subscribe. Yeah. Thank you guys. See you again next time. Bye.